There's a lot to tend to on the ranch. So with the busy season approaching, back pain started getting the best of me. My doctor said call 903-520-6696 to see how physician-owned Baylor Scott and White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital can help.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah, let's go. No.
No, thanks. No.
I'm not.
Maybe next. Goodbye.
I think I'm live. No way. No way.
You
check your computer.
He doesn't like to owe him.
Oh my God, I am live. I'm not even ready yet. Oh well, we'll just work on this again. Let me get my. How y'all doing? I'm back. I am back. I'm plugging up my mic so you all can hear me. I didn't know I was live. I had no idea I was live. So y'all probably saw ham bone. You probably saw a ham bone. Oh Lord, you talking about the most exciting, crazy thing that you go through. Being a content creator, right? I mean crazy. So, I did a YouTube live video earlier, okay? And I went back and played it. I didn't like it because the sound was not copacetic. I was not happy with the sound. And I was showing earlier, this is the device I got, okay? Which is pretty cool. But I think there was a... Anyway, first, welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. How are y'all doing today? So, I've been busy, girl. I have been very, very busy. I've been trying to learn some new stuff. I've been trying to get things all situated and testing out new stuff that I have here. And I ended up doing a redo because I did not like earlier the video that I did because sound wasn't right. And I worked too hard on my content to put out anything like that. It was a lot of static. So I tried this morning because what I want to try to do is go more mobile, like walk around and hold this. Because like this. Well, you turn it around and I guess it's like this. And you turn it around, and I don't want to force anything, but it'll be facing me when I'm holding it. And while I'm walking and exercising or going around the house or working on my plants on the patio, doing kefir, just sharing my day-to-day life, then this is to me the best thing. However, in my sound, in settings under sound, it was set like surround sound something. I think maybe that really affected the sound. It was very horribly static. It was like terrible. I'm like, no, I can't put that out. No, we can't do that. So anyway, I said, well, I could just do a redo. I do have a 1 o'clock live today. Well, 1 o'clock watch party.
Oh, wow.
So hubby is talking to the cats. He's fussing at the cats because they have a lot of energy. See, it stands. It also stands. See that? It stands. And this right here, it took me forever to learn to find this part. And I have a camera, and this ended up being in the box with the camera. So I couldn't find it. There, it has to be that to fit behind here. And guess what? When you're looking at these, your YouTube videos, when you're looking at it, they don't show that. They don't show this. Both ends is this, and it has to connect to that. You know what I'm saying? So my husband said, well, you need to be doing an unboxing for that. And I might, even though it's unboxed, I think it's great for me to talk about it, talk about my experience and let people know the challenges that I went through, because I saw the videos and they just weren't, for me, they weren't detailed enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of times they're not showing you on these videos, they're not doing like this. This is what a lightning connection to a Apple iPad Air 2. And they don't even show these little things right here, these little line things. That's the type of plug-in, which is called Lightning, and they don't make them anymore. So I had to go through hours yesterday to figure that out, and I went through since 8 o'clock this morning trying to figure this other thing out. And what I had discovered, because I had anxiety earlier, that with this device, if you plug you plug this into the phone. Okay, you plug this into the phone. Okay. So I was recording myself and I was like, honey, he came out the room and I'm like already up to here. I'm like aggravated, fresh anxiety. I'm like, I have this thing where I'm going to stay with it until I'm successful. I don't want to revisit a problem. I want to fix the problem like now, like even if it takes me for hours, I'm going to resolve it. So this here plugs into the phone and the phone goes here. Okay, so when I was recording, I couldn't hear myself. So when hubby came out the room, he's like, well, Rhonda, when the mic is plugged in, the phone, and you play back the recording, you're not going to hear it. You have to unplug it. I was like, thank you, you saved my life. I told him, I said, I was shaking. I was working on that since 8 o'clock this morning. I said, I was shaking. I probably should have just stopped. I went on YouTube. I called the toll-free number. I found out that office hours are closed today. And I contacted where we bought our cell phones to see if maybe they can help me understand some things. And they weren't answering the phone. They were supposed to open at 10, but no one was answering the phone. Then I went to YouTube. I went to the corporate offices. It was so aggravating. But the positive thing is, that I went through the process of trying to figure it out. Where before, I was like, I'm not going through this. Like when I was going through the process of healing the last 3 or 4 years. Make the cats go away. Messing with the other cat. She's trying to fight Mothra because she thinks she's head in charge. That's Twilight trying to fight Mothra. Mothra's minding her own business, and Twilight the cat jumps up there because she believes that she owns Andre. She really feels that. So anything that's in that space, she wants to dominate. It's like, I said, no, honey. No, you're not going to do that. This is a shared space. You go somewhere else. And she's so sweet. It's just cats being cats. We just have to help control sometimes that situation, when that happens. We don't want cat hair flying all over the place with them getting into it. So I have at 1 o'clock, and the mic is better. I just didn't like the sound. I had to do a do-over. I'm so glad you all are here. I see people sitting in the cut. Y'all got them likes going up. Thank you so much. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. And I want you all to join us, hubby and I, at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, try to get it right, Central Standard Time. 11 o'clock PST time. And 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I got it. I've been practicing a lot. I've been practicing on getting this brain back going again because I was like for 3 years or so, feels like forever, just like, F that, I'm not going to do it. My body needs to rest. I'm burnt out, you know? And so I'm trying to slowly like feel like I'm in control, and I'm going to take those steps without pressure to learn something new, to do something that has worth to me, that has value to me, where I feel like I'm building, you know, purpose. And then it's different than it was working 3 jobs, you know, being the workaholic. So slowly I'm getting better. I feel I am. I got dressed this morning, got my little earrings my husband bought me a couple years ago. It's been in a box. It's been in a box forever. And so I just put them on, the most prettiest earrings. And I said, oh, it's so pretty. I finally pulled them out of the jewelry box. I said, I'm going to put them on. And I found this cute dress. It's very pretty colors. Husband bought this for me. At the bottom, it has like pink. It's like a pink. It has a 2-tone pink. To show you. I'm holding my dress up. So it's a 2-tone pink at the bottom of the dress. It's really pretty. So I said, oh, I need to do some bright colors today. And I took a picture of my thumbnail with the orange. Is that a chrysanthemum in my mouth? I have this on my thumbnail. Took a picture and I was like, Andre, I'm redoing. So, did my thumbnail with that. And I'm just breathing and taking it in and saying hello. But I was letting you all know about my watch party. It's coming on in 30 minutes. Go to it. Press that notify. I said I was going to try to get on live more. So what makes it easier for me is when I have a setup that is complementary to conveyance. Because before I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, you know, this is too much setup. I'm taking too long. My book readings, they take a while to set up. But then I have to get in my mental. To not look at it that way. To not look at it as something stressful. To look at it as something that I can accomplish and take my time. And I have, by the way, I have like vitamin E on my skin. So periodically you'll see me do this. Like massage the vitamin E. I know it's really helped my eyebrows come back. I didn't have any eyebrows a couple years ago. So I do tea tree oil on my face. I do like this. Skin massages to get this neck tightened. So I've been doing that like for 2 weeks. And, you know, just learning some things to tighten up my skin so it won't be like this. You know, so I got it where I want it to go up. So I've been doing those exercises. It has tightened up a lot. I didn't realize I had this until I started going live, and it was like for years I never looked in the mirror. I didn't want to look in the mirror, and like 3 years happened, and I'm like, wow, that's me. You know, wow, that's me, loving me. But still, you're going to say, that's different. And I saw some things on YouTube I could do to, you know, massage up and get this going. So feel free to chime in. Tell me what you're doing. I know Lola said hello earlier. I had to delete that other video. Lola's folding sheets. I don't know if you had a laundromat, Lola, but those laundromats, when they're good, they're great. The power of the wash machines and the power of the dryers are so amazing. I mean, it's like first class. My husband and I have a washer and dryer in the house because We're like, we ain't gonna be going through like hauling baskets of stuff because I'm like, if I want to wash something, I want to wash it now. I want to dry it now. You know, there are cat things here, cat blankets and stuff. I want to wash it and air dry it. I air dry their stuff. I air dry a lot of our stuff. And so I was looking at our movie that's coming up. And until someone pops in, just saying hello. Hello and welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. I said I was going to go on live. And I was so happy yesterday when I went live after the live book reading. I went live for my subscribers, for everybody to pop in. That's on the internet. They have access. And
this is a reminder.
Okay, the reminder's popping on TV saying that I have a watch party at 1 o'clock. So I'm just getting used to not applying more pressure, but I'm trying to get used to, it could feel like pressure to me, but getting used to doing things more spontaneous and making sure that it feels easy. So that's all I was talking about, getting a setup that's just all in one setup. It's lightweight, like right now, this is another kind of setup. It's lightweight, it's not like this one. This is a handheld that I have to perfect the sound. I had to remove that video because the sound was horrible. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. So the topic that I have a few minutes to get into, I know I was going to tell you all about the movie, but just check me out at 1 o'clock. It's called Escaping Stress with a Fresh Beginning. And my husband and I have started a fresh beginning. We have been through some things in life where, let's say in the past, we've always had a loved one living with us. So we are adapting and adjusting to our life for 4 years or so, where we could run through the house butt naked. That I can go to the refrigerator with no clothes. That hubby can do his thing in all his glory. It's when you're retired and you're married and the youngins are out, it's like, yeah, I love my babies. They're always going to be my babies. But it's the thrill of really appreciating and valuing those things that you probably couldn't do. And since we've been married, we've always had, a loved one with us. And it was hard, to be honest with you, it was hard to move forward and not have, someone. Thank you, Lola. My volumes were horrible. The sound system was horrible, so I had to delete that. But how are you doing with your folding your sheets and all of that nice stuff? Nice stuff. So what we have here is Lola hot sauce. Oh, you're done. Yay. She's my Lola, my beautiful Lola. Lola hot sauce. I'll never forget when I first met Lola. Mark Holmes, he's a cowboy content creator. I mentioned Mark Holmes because this is how I met most of my family. That's subscribers on my YouTube. Okay, I met him through there. And Lola, Mark would always say something about hot sauce. So I asked Mark, Mark, does Lola sell hot sauce? He go, yeah. So when I've been waiting for Lola, like I want to show my support and buying some, but my husband loves hot sauce, right? I love hot sauce too, but he loves hot stuff. So I got some, I called her, I chatted with her in the chat room and I was like, do you sell hot sauce? And she goes, no. I said, well, Mark said you sell hot sauce. So I call her Lola hot sauce because she is all that and a bag of chips. She is that. I love her. She's one of my greatest besties. Always there. I love her. And if she ever plans to go live, I'm going to be right there for her too. So I was speaking with the topic about escaping stress with a fresh beginning. So I was saying about how we had loved ones. My hubby is watching this great, is this on YouTube, my love? So he's on YouTube watching IP Man, YouTube movies. So yes, he does support other people's content. Great movies on YouTube. I can't get that movie on my channel because YouTube will block it. There's copyright protection, so I can't get that. Certain things I can't get. But I try my best to get some get some things that we can come, that brings us together and enjoy. So I was saying that when we first, I was telling a long story about something else, but then I guess I was glad to have it deleted because I was going on and on about some past things with family members, which really will take up a whole nother video. So I have to be fair to that and give that story that time. So I won't have that time right now because in about 20 minutes we have a show. But getting to the point of where we moved, we made sure that we acclimated our space to be a good fit for us, a great living space for us. So what I did, and my husband just let me be free fall, and so the theme of our decor is, of course, you've seen in the back where I have this beautiful color because my husband said he loves color, and it's an African painting. It's an African floral arrangement and an African handmade basket. And a lot of people think that African, design is all about leopard print and cheetah print, and it's not. It's not jungle. There's beautiful, bright colors in Africa. So I said, well, that's going to be the focal point when you come into my place where we live. That's going to be the focal point. And then so it's industrial. If you see that light right there, it's industrial. It has like pipe. There's this big mirror I got from Wayfair that has that pipe around. It's like a twisted. It's really beautiful. And then I have some shelving that's called pipe shelving. And then where I have my skillets and my pots hanging from the ceiling, it's on a pipe. It's on a really nice pipe. So we got the industrial look iron pipe. And then the softness comes in with pillows that has really brilliant colors. And then we have our jute rope baskets that I make. I got a reinforced one that the cats have totally ripped up. But I made some very Native American, my style type of jute rope baskets and boxes and trash cans and things like that. And so I brought some, what you would call, I brought some texture. I think that's what it's called. I brought some texture in the room. Not everything to be hardened pipes and soft pillows, but some texture, something that pops out that's 3D with different jute rope colors, brown. I had an old African dress. It was ripped. It was horrible. It was a old African print house dress that I tore and I cut long, and I ended up getting glue and putting it around to use that to have the basket to give a pattern to the rope basket, and then just twine that rope and just did some really beautiful things here. So what I'm saying is that I could see I put the good work in while we've made some lifestyle changes, when it comes to living by ourselves at our age, really just enjoying for the first time in our life being home alone. And it's more so felt like that maybe in the last 2 years, really, maybe in the last 2 years. So let's say 2 years out of our, 15-year relationship? 15. I always have to look at Andre and go, how many years? Because he's the date guy. He's probably like, you're the only person I know that just don't know their wedding day. I do, but I like to get him engaged. So I guess I'll just throw out 15 years, right? And this is the first 2 years of our life without the drama. And when I say drama, I'm talking about family that I have to love afar. There's some family members I have to love way, way afar. I'm estranged from them, my sisters and my parents. And I've learned how life has so much value when you can make some choices between life or death. Remember back in the day how our elders would choose death? I'm going to die while I take care of you. No matter what, I'm going to die to do this and I'm going to die to do that. Well, we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to die to love someone. We don't have to die to help someone. When someone refuses it, then you have to give them their space. And if they're doing some terrible things, then you have to give yourself some space. So that's what we did. We created such a beautiful space with some soft, texture, some soft colors, things that I could throw in a washing machine because the cats use it and I use it. And, make it soft with some popping colors. And so just learning how to find our new happy together. Even though we've been married for 15 years, I've always had like close to 3 jobs and my husband's busy. And so it's like during that time it's really getting to know each other and learning how to listen. Not listen on a level that, let's say for example, my husband's way of saying his definition of listening is different than mine. So getting on the same page and learning how to identify what that means to him. Because sometimes what things mean to someone else doesn't mean it means the same to you. You could define it, you can look it up, in the dictionary and try to figure things out, but still, it's just like what I've shared before in my other lives. When it comes to love, people love differently. And love means different things to different people. So you really got to get that correct. You really have to ask a person, what does love mean to you? Have them to identify that, because some people's meaning is different. So you got to, find out how do they identify. What is their identification definition for it? So I was saying escaping stress with a fresh beginning. And the fresh beginning has been where out of these years that we've been really able to, it's been work, but really putting self first. That we don't have to travel thousands of miles to, answer someone's call. That we can literally say, I wish I could, but I can't. Learning how to say no. I would love to be there, but we just don't effing feel like it. Or we don't have the money for it. Just being transparent. Once you can be true to yourself, then you could be true. You can be true to your mental health. You can be true. People could say, "Well, I'm true to myself," but you're really not. You're saying it, but you're not putting the work in. And how do you put the work in? You really got to work on it. You got to write it down. You got to study. You got to do some research. Get on YouTube, if you don't have any books, and read about it. I have a text come in too from Hartford. So I'll share with you quickly that my husband and I had our beautiful car parked, and there was someone did a hit and run a couple days ago. So we were so happy that the maintenance people that owns the property here witnessed it and took pictures of the license plate and ID'd everything for us. Management, we are so fortunate to have good management here. And then the management in the office called the police, filed the report. Hubby met with the police, filed a report, got a case number, and did all of that. So the message that came in is, I'm not going to read it, but I just want to, we've been just staying on top of, getting the car repaired. The guy backed into our car and it took off, and found out he had insurance and everything. So the Hartford has assigned, okay, Hubby Bubby, there's a claim number. She's assigned to the case.
Okay.
And so we have okay, I will. And so we have a claim number assigned. And so that's, like I was talking about stressors, and he was on the phone the whole time taking care of it. Where in the past, since we've been together, I would always take care of everything. And I had to learn that he wants to do some things. I had to learn to go, I don't have to take on everything, because working in an office environment my whole life, over 30-some years, I did things like this, right? I had control of it. I was accurate. I was detailed with notes. I worked for the state and government also, and I was a legal assistant. I worked for a senator. I was his assistant, a senator of Texas. So I've had some really great jobs, and which had placed a lot of demands of perfection on me. So acclimating in our relationship, in our new life, and learning how to say, you know what, today I'm not going to wash the clothes. Today I'm not going to sweep. Today I'm not going to make that my bed perfectly. You know, it's a certain, and those were my things that I grew up and was pressured so much. Anxiety, I was pressured so much that even when I was married, those are things I felt I had to do. Let me see if I put this on the kitty cat. So then I found out that he's not expecting perfection from me like that. And I had to learn that because, you know, you're taught one way, but I had to learn. I had to learn what my health allowed me to do first, which I have really bad back problems. So, and then learn how to deal with pain management in a healthy way without pain medications. And then explaining to my husband what are my challenges.
This is a reminder.
And getting him to understand. Because sometimes you could explain till you blue in the face and your loved one still is not going to understand your health. You know, it just still won't. Until probably a third party, you know, will, the doctor, have your doctor to explain that to your spouse or your partner or whoever. And have them to talk to them, because sometimes that third party, their ears will open. It's not because they don't want to care. It's just sometimes they just can't process it, and whatever else you want to call it too. But it takes that, you know. I just want to give some enlightenment on some changes, some beautiful changes in our life. You know, I'm past 50 and made some great changes in my husband, and we have our emotional support animals. Those are they're 5 cats that we never thought we'd have that many cats in our house. And when we were living up north in North Texas, we didn't have cats in the house, not because we didn't love them. And then that was something that was like, gosh, we loved them. We love being a part of, you know, the trap, neuter, and release program. We love saving feral cats. We love owning cats. We love our fur babies. You have 5 cats. Yes, I have 5 cats. And it's Mothra, Nippy, Twilight, Chocolate Chip, and Chadwick. Chadwick is named after Chadwick Boseman. He's a beautiful, dark, solid, black hunk of a cat. And he knows it. He's the one we rescued last year. I think it was last year. And so we said, well, that's going to be our maximum 5. And we have it managed here where it's easy. We have a pine pellet litter system. We don't use, you know, it's like for 40 pounds, $6 for 40 pounds. My man, Chocolate, yes, do you see? Do you see Chocolate? Chocolate. That's Chocolate Chip. She's so sweet. All of them have their own little personalities. You know, they have their own quirks. Like Nippy, she likes, Nippy's nippiest. She likes fetching for my hair fasteners. No, my man. Oh, your man. Let me read what you wrote. You said, my man Chocolate. No, my man. Oh, your man Chocolate. Chocolate. My man Macadamian. My man Macadamian Nut. My daughter has a very dark complexion man in her life. Boy, she loved that man, girl. Ooh. She loved that man. Them beautiful chocolate melanated colors. And I have some people call me, I'm brown, but I've had people, I have brown hair, brown eyes, brown skin, you know, things is brown. So I had this nickname back in the day, it was called Lovely Brown Female. So I'm a brown girl, even though they call me Redbone. I'm like, Redbone? Because I have some of that from Louisiana and some of that from Oklahoma, and I got some of that from all over the place, Texas. Got a little bit of mix everything. High cheekbones. From Africa, Native, Cherokee, Indian, all that good, great stuff. So, Lola said, so your man, Chocolate, Chocolaka. Chakalaka. I love the complexions, our different complexions. It's so beautiful. I really do. I was also just expanding some more about escaping stress and being able to find that peace, and learning how to decompress and conformity things, how to slowly let those go, and I'm gonna tell you something. For me to be able to do that, it's because the kind of partner I have. For my husband to be able to do that is because of the kind of partner he has in me. Someone who can support that, who is complimentary, who is understanding. I had like a cartoon watch party a couple of weeks ago. He did not wake me up. He was even saying, she might get mad at me for not waking me up for my watch party, because I like watching how people interact to what I produce and edit, and I love just engaging. So he didn't wake me up. So I had to learn to not be upset. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to allow someone else to care for me. Allow my husband to make some decisions for me. And that was very hard. Still is sometimes. But I've gotten so much better, where he's very good. He's very good. When I first started becoming a content creator, was something he saw in me before I saw it. So it's like 3 years ago, he started ordering me all these content creator packages, right, from Amazon. So it's like a package of all-in-one this, and I'd open it up. Some things I didn't even open because I wasn't mentally ready. So I'm like, wasn't ready, even though I appreciated the thought, He knew what he needed to do for me, something that I did not see, but it was a dream that was so far away. That was like, not now. Because I'm so used to putting myself last, right? Like, not now. And slowly, when I got approved in my being, in the YouTube partnership program, then I was like, okay, let me open this. Let me open this. Let me put it together, because I can do it now. Before it was too much anxiety. I had too much anxiety, too much stress, too much garbage and mess when it came to outside stuff. And I had to just give myself time to rest, heal, and eliminate, and set up boundaries, And I knew a lot of those boundaries I had to set for myself. Sometimes we have to blame ourselves for the monsters we build, And so I started opening up this mic set my husband got me, and lavalier. I didn't know what a lavalier was. I didn't know what a USB-C was. I didn't know what a lightning connection is, which is for the older Apple iPad Air 2. So I've been learning. I just learned that today. And so slowly I've been doing that, acclimating myself in our new life, in my new life, a fresh new start, where we can run around butt naked. Down the refrigerator, I can go in there and get me something cold water. I don't have to worry about anybody going, anybody seeing that. It's just like so much liberation. My husband jumps in the car and just go. It's not like we always have to run errands for someone else. It's like he's running his own errands, and then he's being able to slowly come up with, what is he like? What does he like to do? Because for so many years when you've been serving others, then you lose your identity. So he's just been learning how to jump in the car, and he has a routine where he needs to go, what he needs to pick up, how much he's going to spend, and that's his freedom. That's his stress-free thing. So I just want to expand on that. I know that in just a few minutes, 5 minutes, I have the live watch party. So I have to go, but I just wanted to give some little jewels and engage and just let you all know what we got going on at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is in about 6 minutes. We have this nostalgia, which we have cartoon with commercials every other weekend, and I kind of swap out and do a Flash Gordon or Little Rascals or something which is not animated, but it's nostalgia. And then tonight I have a drive-in. 40 minutes into my live right now, I have a drive-in theme, double feature with 10-minute intermission tonight. Great movies. Check it out. Go click that notify. Don't miss it. And I'll see you in a few minutes. Come join me. Love you. And see you soon.